All right, one more video to end out the day, and it's actually on a positive note, which is exciting because unfortunately it's pretty easy to get bogged down with all of the really shitty stuff happening in the world right now. But this is something that's pretty good, and one of the, I feel like, frankly, only decent cabinet picks that Biden has made so far. So looks like Biden has nominated Representative Deb Haaland for Interior Secretary, which is pretty great. That's her right there, Democrat from New Mexico. Um, Climate justice and indigenous rights advocates commended the decision to put the progressive Native American congresswoman from New Mexico in charge of the department overseeing 500 million acres of federal land, calling the move promising for the responsible development of clean energy infrastructure and for the reversal of the fossil fuels industry harmful legacy of extraction and pollution on land belonging to the U.S. public and tribal nations. There's AOC saying it's a big deal. Historic appointment, visionary Native woman in charge of federal lands, unequivocally progressive, green energy champion, exquisitely experienced. So I mean that's pretty awesome. And again, besides this nominating Deb Haaland for Interior Secretary, I haven't seen one single what I would say is a progressive nomination by Biden for his cabinet. They've all been really, frankly, horribly regressive in so many ways. So, yay, we got one in there. Oh, we got one nominated at least. Haaland, a member of the Pueblo of Laguna tribe who co-chairs the Native American Caucus and is representative of New Mexico's 1st congressional district since 2019, has been a strong voice on the House Natural Resources Committee. The Democratic lawmakers also leading congressional efforts to accomplish the goal set forth in the 30 by 30 resolution to conserve at least 30% of the ocean and 30% of the land within the U.S. by 2030. That's awesome. Let's see. Looks like she's a pretty big advocate for the Green New Deal, which is good. Haaland will be the first Native American to serve as Secretary of the Interior, which controls federal lands and has a history of exploiting indigenous people and displacing their tribal communities. That's completely true, unfortunately. Said Lori Lodes, Executive Director of Climate Power 2020. As Secretary of the Interior, Haaland will be on the front lines of addressing the climate crisis and protecting our land, air, and water from polluters. So there we go. A little bit of good news to maybe start your weekend with. Biden is actually nominated a progressive to a pretty big cabinet position, the Interior Secretary, and obviously is a huge improvement over whoever Trump has in there now. Is it like Ryan Zinke or something? And obviously, Trump, a lot of his appointments are people from the same industries that they're supposed to be overseeing or regulating, huge conflicts of interest. We obviously saw that a lot with Obama, and a lot of other Biden's picks obviously also have huge conflicts of interest, like his nomination for the head of Pentagon sits on the board at Raytheon, a huge defense contractor. But we got at least one decent cabinet pick so far by Biden. I would be frankly surprised if there are any more, but I guess we'll take the victories when we can get them, because I think, somebody made the joke the other day, we tried to push Biden left and he fell over in the shower. I guess he had fallen over in the shower at some point, not too distant past, because I don't know, it was really weird. He pulled the tail on his dog and then he fell over. It's like, don't be pulling the tail on your dog, you fucking piece of shit. And you break your foot as a result, then you kind of deserve it. So that's what happens when we try to push Biden left. He breaks his foot. So we got one at least. So happy weekend. Peace. Much love. See you at the next video. Subscribe for more content. Like the damn video if you like it. If not, hit that dislike button. That's cool too. Peace. Much love.